final in the New Zealand Rugby League National Secondary Schools final. It's a replay of 2016. It's Kelston against Southern Cross. Here we go. It's good afternoon to Glenn Lama.
2017 National Secondary Schools final in Rugby League comes down to the final, and it is Kelston boys against Southern Cross campus, two Auckland teams. Southern Cross on the left, the defending champions. This is a rematch of last year's final, won by Southern Cross, and this is going to be a terrific clash indeed. We've got a very good crowd here at Bruce Pulman Park in Papakura. Let's have a look at this team, the Kelston boys lineup. Just a few survivors from last year, including Hui Schwalga, number 3. Also backing up is Fusi Tiala, Veso, and Hanganunga in the backs. And we have a couple of surprises too in the forwards too coming through, including, keep your eye on Keanu Ratumatuvuli Aulupo, highly promising player, and they're coached by Phil Gordon. Southern Cross campus here. Some highly regarded youngsters in here. Many of these players are known to the Warriors Club, been involved in the development of the development squads. I'll give you some information on some of these players as we go through the match. Here is the Southern Cross team. Yes, a lot of survivors, in fact 9 backing up from last year, including Fortu, who was the leading try scorer last year. Fortu Paia Fortu has 2 tries this season. Big blow though for Southern Cross. They lost their try scoring centre to a high ankle sprain yesterday. His name was Fakutava. He's been scoring, or he scored 7 tries in the 4 games today. So a big blow there for Southern Cross campus to lose him. Rod Ratu is the coach of the side. Roger, Richie Barnett in commentary with me. We've had NRL scouts here all week, Richie.
Well, I nearly had 2 mics in my face just before, but yes, it is very interesting. What a final we're going to get here. If it's anything like the wind at the moment, it's going to be a cracker of a game. Southern Cross with their coach of Rod Ratu, who's very experienced. Should be able to gain a lot of knowledge from Rod, how to handle big game experience.
Yeah, very experienced coach, isn't he? Well, Monty Beetham's with us as well. Who's your pick, Monty, in these windy and sunny conditions?
Oh, look, I like Southern Cross. Obviously, Kelston boys have been a side that has been there. Obviously, they had a close one just the other day. Southern Cross, I think last year they went into the win and they struggled early. Maybe a bit of deja vu for them at the moment.
Yeah, it's going to be a fascinating clash. The most impressive of the sides coming into the final is Southern Cross, the defending champions. They have won all of their games, including that semi-final against St Paul's, who won the Auckland Championship against Kelston. Kelston have squeaked through a couple of close ones against Rotorua boys and St Thomas and Canterbury. We are underway in the final of the 2017 championship. It's going to be Southern Cross, who are going to be playing into this very strong wind. It'll be very interesting to see. It's going to be a great challenge for both teams to see how they handle the wind.
Yeah, absolutely, and I think it's just been patient with the ball, particularly with the wind. You've really got the governing of the wind behind you to really maximise it. And obviously with the opposing side coming out of trouble, how you handle that too. The yardage are going to be very far in between, and the kick's going to be exceptionally important.
Well, the Southern Cross team are running the ball early, and away goes Schwalga! Oh, check that out from Fui Schwalga. That is how to start the final.
Well, Glenn, being patient, went out the door, just play football on the right edge there for Southern Cross. Schwalga there, a recipient on the end of some interchange of passing for Southern Cross. Brilliant work there. They've highlighted an overlap on the right edge and exploited it. Nice work here from Southern Cross to get the ball out. A nice decoy coming across. 2 players deviated into the tackle, but Schwalga just eyed the ball inside, but no, I'll take it on. No problem at all. Big centre. Yeah,
Lopesi missed the tackle. Big miss there from the Kelston fullback, Monty. And Schwalga taking full advantage.
Well, they went 100 metres, didn't they? Into the wind. But they backed themselves. They nice show of hands. They came out to the edge. Schwalger came down the sideline. He had a lot of cover defence coming across. He had numbers on the inside, but it was hard to split them. So what did he do? He went himself. Great try.
Schwalger is, that's his 3rd try of the tournament. So he's been in excellent try scoring form. Got a double against Aorere in their 2nd game this week. They won that one 34 points to 6. So Schwalger here, a Blues under-18s player. So accomplished rugby union player as well. And lining up this conversion here is Samuel Nutty. 30 points in the tournament so far. You're told to keep your eye on Samuel Nutty, number 7. He has a touch tag background, very good with the ball in hand. And he's a pretty good goal kicker as well. And Nutty converts the try. The dream start for the defending champs. And they're up 6 points to 0.
Certainly a confidence booster. When we talk about that, the wind, to really exploit them. And it's been a feature of their game, hasn't it, Southern Cross, their ability to move the ball. And that's a magnificent try.
It's a stunning finish from Schwalger. 25-minute halves, remember, in the final. It's a pleasure to be here. I know the windy conditions are going to prove challenging in this final. Kicking off there was Tua for Kelston boys. Error-free football so far. Big hit up there from Poimatangi there from Southern Cross. Some big lads in the side. Here's the next one coming forward. This is Tohi. Just outside his 20. The dummy half is To'ofohi for Southern Cross. And there's the first penalty of the game. And it goes to the defending champs. More possession coming up at Southern Cross campus.
A couple of nice little hit-ups there. And it's nice to see a player come and use footwork. And that's exactly what happened there. Nice right foot step, charges through, nearly pokes his head through, but a couple of big runs here. Look at that, 3 or 4 players, good ruck speed, and then they're off again. Look at this run here, direct.
Good tackling coming in, though, by Kelston boys. That was Fernanti, who has made a very strong tackle there on a very hard charging player.
Go back.
And Cairo, again, another one of these highly promising players, number 12 in the Southern Cross side. Keep your eye on him now. Here's the try scorer, Schwalger.
Look at me here.
Handling the ball here is To'ofohi again. Whoops, almost the first error of the game by Southern Cross as Tohi almost dropped the ball. Out they come again to the left edge. This time, good solid connection there. Gee whiz, that was Tavita putting his body on the line for Kelston. Southern Cross with the kick coming forward there from Lahinganoa. Getting close again, Southern Cross, but Kelston just managed to hang on.
Very impressed with their direct running. They're really trying to break that line and creating opportunities on the edge just for their intent to run through that hole. It's just been impressive. We saw number 22, Spencer Poimatangi, just charging through there, and again you see him again.
Oh, hard man to tackle.
It's not so close to getting over too.
Poimatangi is going to play the ball 2 metres out. Southern Cross hot on attack. Huge pressure on Kelston yet again. Can they hang on? Kelston boys. Out they come. This is Nutty. He's got a huge step on him. Back to the hooker again. To'ofohi. There's the kick through, and it's almost a try, but good defence there from Kelston. They hang on. It's going to be a line dropout. Huge pressure early here for Kelston boys.
Very smart play, isn't it, from Southern Cross? Just showing an element of patience, isn't it? Exactly the right kick, so close to the line, taking the risk out of the kick. And again, they're under the pump, Kelston.
Savalio it was, forcing the ball for Kelston. They've had no field position or ball at all in the Southern Cross half at the moment.
11 now!
All being defence on Kelston boys so far in this game. Here they come again. These hard charging forwards.
No, 8. Good, go.
Tohi plays the ball. There goes the hooker, who looks like lively character, doesn't he? To'ofohi, already called his name half a dozen times. The dummy half here is Lahingoa. Now comes out to Nutty. And that kick, well, it maybe should have gone to deck. In the end, it was Tua who was well positioned, and they're back to the 20.
Not the best kick there from Nazi. He's obviously the key driver on the side. That's a great run.
How's that for a run? A great run there for Kelston boys from Aumua, Fulilua Malio. Now, is that going to be ruled a penalty or just a loose carry? It's going to be ruled a loose carry. And that wasn't to plan from Onyeki, the winger.
Strip fine.
What about the wheels by Aumua? Fantastic speed. He saw the opportunity. He put his foot down. He was gone. But it's been all Southern Cross campus at the moment. This kick obviously too far, too deep. Look at that. Beautiful bit of pace and speed. Nice to see.
He's got 3 tries in his 4 games that he's played at this tournament.
13, I need you in properly 13.
Falelua Malio.
You ready?
Well, it's going to be actually a Kelston feed. It must have been ruled a knock-on from Southern Campus. Now, that's an interesting decision. Now, this is Aue. Aue inside the 40, so a bit of a break perhaps there for Southern Cross. Here's Lopesi, up from fullback, Connor Lopesi.
Hold. 2, go.
Here they come again, Kelston boys. Nice strong tackling coming in there. Good quick play the ball. And here he is again, Aumua Fulileo Malio. Into the 10 now, Kelston. This is looking much better. Their speed, the play the balls is good. Here's Savalio. Hauls it out to Onyeki. No, it's been lost there by Aue. Aiden Aue. And the Mount Albert under-17s player, coached by our good friend Bluey McLennan, has spilled the ball.
Must be the coach, eh?
Afternoon to you,
But
Blue.
again,
I'm sure
they were
you're
starting to build that momentum, and it looked promising, didn't it? And they just needed to finish that set off just to build the pressure back on. Southern Cross, who's had so much of the ball. But I like that set.
Stand up, boys. Hooker needs arms over. Hooker, arms over. I need the second rows locked properly. Let's get the heads right in, eh? Second row's right in.
Southern Cross
Firstly, I need
is
you tighter.
certainly a side that really can turn the screws now. They've had a lot of the possession. They've received it back. Now it's time for them to maximise it, build pressure back on.
Get the feeling that, yeah, Richie, you get the feeling the team that treasures possession the most is going to be the victor here. It's going to be really keen as Schwalga's this time wrapped up by some good tackling coming in there from Kelston boys. There was the try scorer in the opening minute of the game, Schwalga. This guy looks, man, what a build on this fellow here.
Kaito,
This is Kaito.
Very promising.
Yeah, big lad. Natoa Kairo, number 12 for Southern Cross. Backing up from last year, Warriors development under-17s player. Southern Cross moving the ball off their own line here. That was Nati that time. You can see the ball holding up in the breeze for Lopesi. Connor Lopesi comes forward here for Kelston boys. Good chase there too from Southern Cross. Pin him inside his 40.
That's not a bad kick from Nazi. He was under pressure too, but he's hit the ball right on the point of the ball, which is given a little bit more distance. That is a very good run.
Yeah, very good runner from Kenneth Finetti. Hasn't managed to get on the score sheet on the try scoring. He has kicked a couple of goals, though, for Kelston in this tournament. Now, Joseph Onyeki, player who signed for the Bulldogs, we've been told. Scouts from the NRL all over this tournament earlier in the week, by the way, folks. Some might even still be here. There it is, Kelston boys running forward again. This is Nkwesi, who's going to be tackled 15 metres out. The dummy half is Aumua Fulileo Maleo again. Now it's out to Oyoka. Here's Lopesi. Here's a chance for Kelston boys. Onyeki, can he get past his defender? No, excellent defence there. From 4-2, holding up Southern Cross. Well, they survived. That was an opportunity for Kelston.
It certainly was. Connor Lopesi, the fullback for Kelston, used great footwork there, and then he passed the ball on, which created an opportunity. This footwork here. And then a quick offload, and then right to the winger. But again, it looked like he should have gone, but no, he steps inside. 3 or 4 defenders come across from Southern Cross. Desperation.
Well, penalties been given to Southern Cross in the next couple of plays. Onyeki getting very close there. Southern
As
Cross.
we await the injuries, there's been a lot of people on the sideline supporting their respective teams. We've had the Samoan commands come out for the Kelston boys, and on the other side you've got the Southern Cross campus in big numbers, all very vocal, all proud of the efforts from their boys for this whole entire week. Been a great tournament, plenty of supporters, plenty of smile about, all played in good spirits, boys. I really have enjoyed where league has come in a number of years since I was back at school playing the game.
Absolutely, well said, Monty. Of course, a couple of Warriors players will be watching this game. David Fusitua, an ex-former Kelston boys lad. Ken Malmalo from Southern Cross.
Is he good?
A lot of rich history in Kelston boys and rugby league.
Can we get him out the back?
Many Kiwi representatives down through the years. We saw one play the other day for Glenora, Epalahami Lawaki. Here's the try again. This is Schwelger. Check out the step he put here on the fullback, Richie.
That is just beautiful, isn't it? Holding a player up and then going away. So often you have a right-hand carry and a right foot go against the grain, but he just held him up a little and a little in and away. That's great tackling there from Kelston.
Tell you what, Almua Folilau-Maleo is standing out with and without the ball. Here is Hoi Matangi again, Spencer Hoi Matangi. He's actually played Prem for the Otara Scorpions. And another penalty against Kelston.
Yeah. Come on. Captain. 20. That's a good. That's three penalties. That's 2 for head high. Stop the second effort. Keep the tackles down. Cool. Here we go.
Well, Tavita is the player who's been penalised.
Well, that's one area of the game you can see here, a little bit, definitely high. Just those penalties, particularly against the wind, just adds so much to the side, doesn't it?
Let's go, boys. Keep the tackles down, eh?
You just got to treasure that. Got to be smarter, Kelston.
Hold!
Oh, gee whiz. Hits the line well, doesn't he? And now another penalty, this time for offside.
Too early.
Wow.
Too early.
I just like seeing a big body use it.
Too early.
Kodo just coming up with the ball, so give me the ball, I'm going to run straight at you.
Relevant.
Well, I've got to say, Natoa Kodo is in showroom condition, that man. He's I shouldn't call him a man because he's still at high school, shouldn't I, boys? But gee whiz, he is a unit, man.
Here.
And he's lining up for more here.
Again, boys, no doubt about it. Look at him, here he goes.
Here he goes. He is asking questions of this Kelston defence. No wonder they're in there tackling this fella. Kodo off the pass, and here is Schwelger again, another guy who's in very good physical shape. Fua Schwelger plays the ball in the shadow of the post. Here goes Poi Matangi. Can he get the ball down? He's held up. Didn't force the ball. No try.
Well, we're going to give him 4 points for holding the big unit up. Poi Matangi, that is outstanding. Conor Lopez said the fullback coming underneath. That was a good passenger play.
Really good play, wasn't it? Now here comes Southern Cross again. This is Whakatamafi. Well tackled, William Whakatamafi.
He looks sharp.
Yeah, very promising player, just under 16s, player 2, new into the team this year. There's a good kick, that's well weighted. Oh, is that a try? Is that a try for Southern Cross? It's going to be a second try. Or is it?
Move away. I had to be somewhere. I had to be there.
Now looks like the ref is just going to consult his touchy.
I had to be in their position there. I've got grounding. Yeah, cool.
All right, short conversation. It's going to be a 4-pointer.
Happy was
Well,
happy.
Dawson Valley, he's come through off the back end of a Samuel Nati kick, which has been exceptional, hasn't he? The short kicking game of Nati has been profound in this first half. But the chase was exceptional. Look at this. At the line, everyone knew what was happening. The chase was exceptional. And there you go, Melly coming through. Desperation. You see the fullback there. Lepesi not quite getting there. A lot of energy in Southern Cross.
So the try's been scored by Dawson Melly off the interchange. And Southern Cross, some good enthusiasm chasing the kick there, Monty. And maybe just Kelston a little guilty of ball watching there.
Look, he split 2 defenders going for that ball. He wanted it. The intent was better. and he made sure they had more enthusiasm, and that's what's going to be the difference in this game. It's been a long week. These boys have been playing all week long, and in this game and this level, the standards will be pretty high. There'll be some sore bodies, but he wanted to get there more so than the opposition that were chasing back in defence.
25-minute halves, remember, in this competition. So far, so good for Southern Cross. And that's been converted as well, that try. And it is 12 points to 0. We got about 8 minutes to play in the first half.
Those are big points.
I had to be somewhere.
Against the wind, that is big points for Southern Cross.
Time it here, boys. Time it.
Just looking at the body language, they're pretty confident at the moment, Southern Cross.
It's been a tough first half here for Kelston. Other than that one opportunity in the corner, he really had no ball to work with or field territory at all. Doing a great job running the ball back. Pulman Tunny's having an absolute stormer. Wearing 22 for Southern Cross. Good football team this side, aren't they?
They certainly are. Everything they're doing is just on point. First hit up, and then the quick play of the ball, and they're playing just on the edges. The hooker gets the ball. He's playing quick. You've got an offload with a sweeping runner. So they're playing everything right. A well-coached side.
Well, that's excellent defence. As Vessel is thrown into touch. He's not showing too much of the sideline there in Kelston. It's good drift defence, Monty.
Oh, it is. Look, you've mentioned this side as well, Coach. You won't be happy with this. The coach or this player who's been outstanding so far, Schwalger. Now it's an opportunity for Kelston boys to get back into this. 19 minutes gone, more into the 19th minute. It's a big opportunity. We say this win is worth 10 to 12 points.
Lucy, I need your title.
Well, you've got to make sure that's the case and score some yourself.
Hold, wait.
Southern Cross, a great league nursery. 9 players backing up from last year's final. Out of the starting 13, that's outstanding, isn't it? Just 4 new players coming in this year.
There is really good structure in their play, Southern Cross. You can see that. Everyone knows their role in it. It's just oozing out of this team.
Right, let's see what Southern Cross can cook up. Here's a good run coming forward here from Nokisi. Oh, here's Almua again. Almua, who's been their best player. Great tackle. Almua Fulilao Maleo again, but he's lost the ball. And Southern Cross celebrate like they've just scored a try.
They just can't get themselves in the game, can they? So many good things have been undone by a mistake, an unforced error that's really just digging deep in their energy levels. But this was a fantastic run. Look at the footwork. He's been devastating in that ruck.
Another player that's actually played Prems already. He's already played Premier football for Te Aratu. Has Almua Fulilao Maleo. He's a prospect.
Certainly is.
Got a shout out to Jordan at the Warriors for helping me out with some of the info on some of these players. He's outstanding, Jordan, at the Warriors.
When you're ready.
And he told me he is here. He told me he is taping the game, so here you go, Jordan. He wanted a shout out. So when you watch it back, Jordan, I've given you a shout out.
He's a good man. He knows a lot about players, doesn't he? He certainly helps in that respect and understand the players.
Jordan Friend, you'd like the full name out there.
Some good tackling coming in here from Kelston. Good, solid, aggressive tackling coming in from the men in red.
If they can get their error rate down, we could be in a game here.
Exactly, and they can't. That's a great offload.
There he is.
There he is again, the big fella. Can't really afford to let Southern Cross score again in this first half with less than 5 minutes to play. Tohi plays the ball. To'ofoi. It comes now to Lahingoa. Now it's Whakatamafi again. Here is Paya. Fortu on the outside. Fortu, that's a great kick. And it's going to sit up, and there is a try. Visitilia has gone over, and that is great rugby league down the left flank.
It is enterprising football from Southern Cross. Against the wind, It really doesn't matter in their mind. They're playing football. A very well coached side, you can see that, but they're chancing their arm too. They're just playing football as they see it. Getting it to the edge. Whakatumafi was outstanding here with that little, it's a left hand flick pass and the kick through. What can't this team do?
We are being absolutely treated here to watching a beautiful brand of football by these youngsters. Look at the carry there, the skill to have it in two hands. Then he assesses the situation, he puts it to ball to boot. Beautiful work, and the pickup was outstanding too by Fisi Itala. This is a wonderful team who've got some great players with great promise, but yet they play in a system that works well for them, and a system that is not putting shackles on too. They express themselves when they want to. A wonderful display from the champions of last year, looking to go back to back.
Fisi Talia, rather. It's his first try this season in this tournament. He played all 5 games in last year's tournament as well, and Fortu, who put that beautiful kick through. He's been scoring plenty of tries too in this tournament. 6 last year, 2 this year. And now Ngati with his most challenging conversion attempts. That one is waved away, so 16 points to 0, all going well for the defending champions.
It's expressive football, isn't it? It's a real confident style of football, positive football. Look at this, he eyes the situation up well, the kick through. But everything's starting to fall in place. It just seems so easy for this team at the moment.
3 tries to 0, one-way traffic. Schwalger, Mele off the interchange, and Fisi Talia with the 3rd try. The French defence is just being questionable, but defence up the centre's been all right from Kelston. But the ball security from Southern Cross has been excellent. And their play the ball speed has been good too. No, they've been hit hard by Kelston, Monty. Their ball security has been top quality, hasn't it?
They've been very good. Kelston's coming out with good tackle tech height. You're hitting right on the ball, which means you've got to hold on to that ball because it can be dislodged. Look at them. They're moving out wide now. Coming to this man who's been so damaging for them the whole time, Schwalger. Nice brand of football to play.
Right on the halfway line. Here he is again. Kaido. After him fairly well, it must be said. Ngati. Now this one's going to be a spiral bomb. This one's going to be tricky to handle. In fact, it hasn't been handled. It's still the last play. Southern Cross still have their hands on the ball. No one back there for Kelston. Pressure again. Goodness me, the referee's fallen over. He's been tackled by someone. Kelston survived, probably due to the bounce of the ball more than anything.
Well, look at the numbers from Southern Cross to get around the ball. There was about 6 or 7 players to 1. They're really desperate. They're willing to play football and put this to bed early in the first half. Southern Cross. But I like the fact that set before, how they really isolated some players. You saw the big hits in the middle from Kelston, and then they straight away they recognised to go a little bit wider. It's a very smart football side here.
Almost half-time here. This will be the last play. And this guy's been the best in the Kelston team. Had a great first half in a beaten side, but Southern Cross campus, the defending champions, have put in a stellar first half here in the final of the New Zealand Secondary Schools Championship, the premier competition. Southern Cross leading half-time, 16 points to 0. Schwalger a try, Mele a try, Fisi Talia a try for Southern Cross. Two goals by Ngati, their goal kicker. And, well, it's all to do for Kelston in the second half. Back with more here on Sky Sport right after this. Come.
Come on, come take your movie. Alright, now we wait to dance. So the first 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 people up there get a prize.
Half-time here at the final of the National Secondary Schools Champions. Southern Cross in the blue, Richie, have been outstanding. Here's the first try to Fua Schwelger.
Just stretching the defence from Kelston, working to the edges, playing a very well-constructed sets, and punching through the line, scoring.
That was in the first minute of the game, and it really set the tone. Now, Melee off the interchange. This is just pure determination to get through and score the try.
Absolute determination, and a very well-effective kick there from Nazi. They had all the ball, and they're maximising it to the best of their ability.
Yeah, their kicking game has been great, and this is just class. Check out that pass there, and then Fortu's kick on point.
Waka Mafi, the fullback, coming across that brilliant little, look at that flick pass. Absolutely awesome.
Wonderful finish. The try going to Fisi Talia. And those have been the tries in the first half, and Southern Cross have just played good team rugby league. Their kicking game has been excellent. They've shifted the ball at the right time. Their ball security up the middle has been really good, and they've been a solid team, Monty, haven't they? Really solid team.
I think there's one team that don't just rely on their special talents that they've got. They've got great individuals all across the park, but the way they complement each other and they all play within a system, albeit express themselves at the same time, they make good decisions. It's beautiful to watch.
Kelston boys, well, their captain Johnny Aumua-Folileo Malio, the hooker, who's been very prominent in this game, but they just let themselves down a little bit with a few too many penalties and a few too many errors. That's about it.
Absolutely, clearly they just need the ball in hand. They've got to get rid of those unforced errors and get themselves in the game. I mean, they'll be talking about it in half-time. The wind is against them. Well, let's just get the ball in hand.
Here we are, boys. Time you're on!
Second half underway. Southern Cross with the wind in the second half. And that is a dream start for them, with Onyeki dropping the ball from the kickoff and putting his team under pressure.
As you say, the game before, kicking the ball up, it comes down like a herd of turtles. Really does. And look at that, right on your chest. You've got to turn your body on the side and just welcome that ball in. Too chesty.
So a dream opportunity here for Southern Cross to extend their lead here early in the second half.
9, need your time 9, need your time 9. 12, I need your arm over 12, Southern.
Hingoa with his hands on the ball.
You ready?
He'll feed the scrum, and away they come again, Southern Cross. Here's Fisitalia, who got that third try in the first half. Off the scrum.
Hold! Go, 1.
Their patience with the ball in hand has been very good as well. He will settle it down on play number 2.
It's 2.
Here they come again, and here's the big fella, Poimatangi. Poimatangi getting close. I'd love another try to get things going early in the second half.
3 go.
Here they go, Southern Cross. Nati it is. Short ball that time. A good variety play. And Kaido was getting close to scoring the try there for Southern Cross. Nati's, oh, that's ricocheted. Could work out for Southern Cross, and it has. Schwelger is in for his second try. More points for Southern Cross.
It's a repeat of the first half, isn't it? Swalga gets his second try of the match on the back end of another well-constructed set. They're working the ball extremely well. They work their way to the middle of the post. They've come back with a double inside ball. They've moved it to their strike weapons in the Toa Kodo, who tied up 3 or 4 defenders, gave them the opportunity to go right and use the ball. And again, their kicking game on point. Ngāti, fantastic. But they're picking up the pieces. There's numbers around the ball all the time.
Well, it's hard enough when you're playing a team full of such talent and ability, but when you get luck on their side too off a ricochet, it makes it almost impossible to play against the Southern Cross team. I was just going to give them a rap on the defence early in that set, but the fact that the Southern Cross team could move them across from one end of the pitch to the other, stretch them a little bit more, a lucky bounce maybe, or ricochet, but they were there to make every post a winner.
They're making their luck, haven't they? They're making their luck.
Yeah, well said. So here is Ngāti. Just while he's lining this up, don't forget there's plenty more rugby league to come here on Sky Sport. All the NRL playoffs, of course, over this weekend, 4 games. And then the New Zealand Rugby League Premiership kicks off Sunday week. And we'll have live and exclusive coverage of that competition once again. Now Ngāti's conversion attempt. Oh, he's nailed it from the sideline. The wind got hold of that one. And everything going right.
Well, they'll be pretty happy. Look at the support here. Bruce Pulman Park, look at that. Eye on the ball, and he kicked through the ball too. Pitching it to the right, so it comes across. The wind's coming from right to left on screen, angling back.
22 points to 0, 4 tries to 0. And Kelston just being blown apart by this team who is just on fire. Moimatangi. Typical front rush job. Well, that was time. Oh, and again on Yaki, just drops the ball. Hard luck for him. Play on, says the referee. He's playing advantage here. We'll just see the referee allowing play to continue on that occasion. Visitalia.
Hold. There's one.
One of the other try scorers, Mele, set that up. This is Tohe. Tohe busting through tackles for Nua Tohe. They've got damaging runners everywhere, haven't they? Southern Cross. Ngāti. Oh, that's a clever kick. That was a set play. Could work out. Oh, no way! 4-2 is in to score. Well, that was the wickedest bounce you'll see on a rugby league field for a while, and by a 4-2, the beneficiary.
I've got a feeling this is all well planned. They set up all night constructing the sets from the start of the game to the end, and it is coming off. It was just I was just watching the play just before the 6 and 7 orchestrating play. They just knew everything was happening. They kicked the crossfield, and look, the winger knew exactly what was going on. Oh. And there you go, 4-2.
What about athletic ability? There you go. He knew where he was on the field. He knew that it was coming from the blind side. They couldn't really see it coming. It was like a ninja in stealth mode as he grabbed that ball, put it down and put it under the post.
Well, he deserved to try after that kick assist in the first half. It was a fantastic effort. 4-2, 6 tries in last year's tournament, now 3 in this year's. Another one with Warriors development experience under his belt. Quite a few in this Southern Cross team, and the Warriors should be looking at these two teams very closely indeed, with an eye on the future. And of course, with a lot of discussion about the development systems at the club at the moment too, Richie. In light of what's happened this year in the Holden Cup.
Well, I'm really happy with the style of play that Southern Cross are playing. Sometimes we're too predictable and use size through the middle too often, but the expansive style of play is what I really enjoy, and it's thinking football too. It's very well structured, don't get me wrong, but it's equally the individualities bringing that structure's bringing individuality out.
Yeah,
brilliant.
Well said. 28-0. My word.
Time you're on! Thank you.
not keeping statistics in this game, but I don't recall Southern Cross making an error yet in the game. Richie, if they have made an error, it would have only been 1 or 2 as well. It's just a perfect game of football for me.
It certainly is. I mean, have you ever seen a game actually that they've had control from start to end?
Yeah.
I've never seen one.
No.
This could be the first time I've ever seen. Nice to see Francis Melly here too. I think he might be involved with Kelston Boys High.
Yeah, Francis Melly on the sideline for Kelston Boys, but everything going Southern Cross's way as the referee gives them another penalty.
You talk about that dominance, boys. You don't normally see that at this level, at schoolboys level, because they can't stay committed to what they're doing. They can't stay in the structures for long enough. But the mindset of these boys and how ruthless they are in their approach is just outstanding. Southern Cross campus.
Holding here, hold!
Particularly in a final as well, Monty.
And so often when you get the right away, sometimes you just explode. You start doing things that you don't normally do, and it's never going to be the case with Southern Cross.
They're making a tackle for Kelston Boys. It's Lasati, number 17. He's off the interchange, having a bit of action now. But it's all Southern Cross campus.
There's the blocker. There's the blocker.
Wasn't played properly. Wasn't played properly. Wasn't played properly.
The referee awards a penalty to Kelston.
Wasn't played properly, boys. Nice here.
Hope you're enjoying coverage of this grand final for 2017, the New Zealand Secondary Schools Championship, the Premiership grade.
Hold, go.
Kelston. Huge uphill battle against Southern Cross, who are just waltzing away with this match. Southern Cross beat St Paul's 22-16 in the semi-final. It's been their hardest game to date. Here's Almura again. Looking forward to seeing how this fellow develops.
He's a wonderful player, and the hooking stakes is a position that we haven't had much depth over the years. Looking forward to his progress.
He's got fantastic pace off the mark, and another penalty from Kelston this time.
Certainly like to see Kelston score. Really good opportunity. There's plenty of football on the side. We just haven't seen it. The amount of ball they've tipped over.
Well, they've had plenty of grit. They've been well and truly tested in 3 of their games here. Wesley, 22-14. Rotorua Boys, 18-16. St Thomas of Canterbury, good to see them very competitive in their semi-final. Well, Kelston only won that by 10 points to 6 yesterday. Now here they come, the big Kelston pack. Ilau it was. Here goes Tavita again. Can they get some shape out into the back line here? Quick hands required. No, that tackle from Oe was a good one. Lepesi again. He's going to go from dummy half. Wide meters out from the line is Kelston. Lovely. If they could score a try here, it's been coughed up, and Southern Cross are going to come away with the ball.
Well, they tried, didn't they, Kelston? I've got to take your hat off to Futu, the number 2 for Southern Cross, who nullified that attacking structure, and then he went in for the second tackle. It just shows you how desperate. Look at this tackle here. Ball and all over the top. He gets up and he goes again. That's the energy that you've seen in Southern Cross. That's why they're ahead.
Well, plenty of energy too in Fisi Talia's run here. He got a try in the first half. Very good.
Inside.
Now using the wind to good effect, but I tell you, he's in excellent position to field that one is Connor Lepesi. And here comes Lepesi again. Good chase, though. 3 or 4 guys. I tell you, too, number 7, Nati, Samuel Nati for... He's a big halfback, isn't he, Nati? Nothing small about him.
Good work.
Very good ball handler. Now, Onyeki. Tackled strongly there by hooker for Southern Cross, To'ofoi.
Oh, that's 3.
Here's Almura again, running out of dummy half, almost sneaking past the tackle.
Let him up now off the leg.
Been the standout on this Kelston team, no doubt about it. Here they come again as Kelston, as they rock on through as Kali plays it for the last tackle here. As Onyeki is at dummy half. Here comes Ioka. Back in good defence there. Good chase coming through there too from Toniu for Kelston Boys. But in the end, Southern Cross defend their line well.
Too much energy in the attack for Southern Cross, and again they take it wide.
It's Swelga. This is the man who got the breakout try in the first half. Oh, just dropped forward there from Whakatamafi. That was unfortunate. That would have been a sensational length of the field effort from Southern Cross.
He's one of those deceptive players, isn't he, Swalga?
Scrum here, boys.
Deceptively strong.
Scrum here.
Again, listen to this tip on here. Finding space when two players again get caught up on one player. Swalga again, just a right foot step coming through. The pass off to Whakatamafi. Just a little bit stray. There's something got to go wrong at some point. We've seen two so far in the space of 5 minutes.
Can't stop smiling when Southern Cross have their hands on the ball, Monty.
It's a team you want to watch. It's a team you want to just see express themselves and play what they do. You know, once upon a time, the Warriors used to play like that and used to enjoy watching that one lose or draw. But these youngsters are amazing. And I think Kelston, we know that they can score points too, but they haven't had the chance because this Southern Cross campus side have been relentless in transitioning over to defence just as effectively.
Off the legs now, Noel. It's good.
Kelston try again. Still not giving up, are they?
There now, hold.
Ratu Maitavuki Aialupo plays the ball, number 12. His first name's Keanu. Wonder who he was named after. Some speed was on the other night. Couldn't move you that one,
isn't he?
Good strong tackling coming in there that time on Tavita. Here goes Aumua again. And he's got a penalty. Good play again from him. Aumua Falileo Malio.
Contact with the head.
Recognises it well, doesn't he? Around the ruck.
Knows when to go, doesn't he? He's got the instincts of a great running hooker.
That name's going to be the household name in the years to come. I've got no doubt about it. Love everything about that kids play today.
Rangi Lau is going to play the ball. 12 minutes to play. Be great to see if Kelston can get on the board here. Here goes a kick early in the tackle count. The bounce is not going to favour the team in red, though, and Southern Cross survives.
That's good. 5.
Well, the decision-making's not that crash hot from Kelston.
Stand!
The kicking, fifth kick options are probably not that great. But I guess when you're 28 points behind, you've just got to try things.
There's 2.
Fortu did well to stay in the field of play there. Well, that looked like a bit high. Yes, it was. On Whakatamafi.
He's now contact with the head.
It's about the third or fourth time we've seen Kelston penalised for high tackling. No malice in any of them, Richie, but just
just a bit careless. Technique. Just a bit of technique issues, and you can see the boys talking to each other, eyeing each other up.
Boys holding here, away from my trigger, boys.
Standard, isn't it, really?
Hold, go.
This guy has been fantastic. Poi Matangi.
Yeah, he's really rolled his sleeves up.
This one, go.
Great front rowers performance. I tell you, Mele, we got a try in the first half. Hasn't been far behind him.
13 off the ball.
And Torhe is the other player to keep your eye on too. He's just been grafting up the hard yards. Here's an opportunity for one of the interchange players for Southern Cross. This is Halatanu.
Stand now, 12. Hold here, boys.
Lawrence Halatanu will play the ball. Good to see them all getting a good run now. Here is Kaido again. Demoyu is out there, number 15. He was the MVP in last year's tournament. Southern Cross are going to score again. Oh, it's a hat-trick for Schwelgar. Well, an extraordinary performance from Fua Schwelgar, and he is loving every minute of this, as is everyone involved in this score.
Well, you should be so happy with this performance. The fact that they just kept it rolling one way and drawing into defenders so they have opportunities on the edges was exceptional. I enjoyed that immensely. And just playing unders on the end of it too. Inside shoulder stuff, it was just impeccable. This play here, just a little inside shoulder run, but it was the lead up to all that. The lead up was fantastic.
When you get big, strong men running at you, it's hard to stop. But when you play on inside shoulders, when you isolate defenders one-on-one with your big guy running at pace with the momentum, it's beautiful to watch. Very well coached side, relentless in their approach and what they need to do. And they are smiling, and deservingly so.
32-0. Gee, no one would have picked this. 8 minutes to play. This is the final too. Well, gonna be really, really interesting to see and keep an eye on some of these boys coming out of school. Richie, see if they can make something of their
Yep, happy with that.
of their careers in the future years. See everything as Nati lines up this conversion attempt. Oh, he's got his kicking boots on today, this fellow. Gee whiz. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 goals now, Richie. He's only missed one.
It's a compelling game, isn't it? It really is. Look at this kick through. Oh, it's just confidence oozing out of all the players. I really do understand where they're going. From the get-go, this team has been on fire.
Time to hit, push.
As I mentioned, it's going to be really interesting to see how some of these guys come through, Monty. These are some impressive athletes in this Southern Cross team.
The greatest thing is they've been put on TV, on display where they should be. When you're playing great football, when you're loving what you do, you should be in that shop front or window where everyone gets to see you do your thing. It's a privilege.
7 minutes to play, 6 tries to 0. This is a guy with huge reps on 2, Kakoi Tangoyu, number 15 for Southern Cross. He was the MVP in last year's final. Only on the bench in this game today. Here goes Southern Cross again. Oh, the bounce is perfect. The bounce is perfect, and Kairo's gone in.
Natoa Kato. Brilliant stuff. He's been a damaging runner. He picks up the pieces of a kick. Desperate to get one over the line. 32 points, 38 points. He wants a piece of the action. And he didn't have to reach too high to get that ball either. He's a tall timber.
Natoa Kairoa in for a try, 38-0. Oh, poor old Kelston, but that right attack has just been on song, hasn't it, Monty? Schwalger, 3 tries, Kairo as well.
I don't know, that attack's been on song everywhere across the park, really. But this guy, we said he's as big as a man. What a physique that he possesses. But his work rate, his want to participate, his want to throw that big frame around has been ridiculous. So too was a chip kick by the big man. Ridiculously well done. Take a bow, Natoa Kairo.
What I've enjoyed is, although they've had some good go forward, those halves have jumped on the back of it and really recognised that they can play ball on the end of it. The 6 and 7, to me, Loengoa and Ngati, outstanding.
Yeah, their options taking has been fantastic. They've kicked well there. They've run the ball at the right times. Now Ngati. Well, that's hard luck. His expert goal kicking has been spoiled there, but scoreboard, certainly nothing to worry about there for Southern Cross as they race out to 38-0. It's always a good stark contrast to last year's final between these two teams.
It's never easy going down at 38-0. It's vitally important for Kelston really to finish the game in the fashion you'd hope. And I'm sure they will.
Still time to play, 25 minutes per side, so we've got 4 minutes left. Might be time for one more try for Southern Cross. Try hungry, this team. Oh, there's a bit of space down the short side here for 4-2. That's going to be 6 more tackles. It's come off Joseph Onyeki. By 4-2. He's enjoying himself.
It's really like God, the number 6 for Southern Cross. He's done that a few times where he's opted to go right. He's come back playing ball on the short side on a number of occasions. Very smart play.
Go, that's one.
Noah is the player you're talking about there. He's the big run from Tuigamala.
Stand now, forward.
Albeit Tuigamala just over the halfway line.
Hold. Go, 2.
Noah plays the ball out there now, number 14, 2 is Koiri Wichman.
16 off the ball.
Getting a bit of time out there, and all these interchange players.
16.
Speed of the play, the ball, the problem there.
What are you doing? Stay behind.
It's 3 minutes to go. 38-0. There's more points on show, isn't it?
Well, it sure is, Richie. You got that spot on. 15 metres out.
Hold.
Who's going to line up? Boy
Hold.
Matsangi.
Time it. Hold.
Got the tour. Cardo on the right edge.
Mele it is. He's going to set it up 9 metres out.
Hold here, boys.
In there at dummy half is Lahangoa. He's had a great game. Here's the big fella again, getting close to Ngoyu. Good quick play, the ball has them going again. Kelston desperate to keep them out and keep the scoreboard not expanding any further, but Halatanu is going to play the ball. There's a chip kick through again. It's another try. And it's that man again, Kaido, who's got back-to-back tries. And that is just the candles on the cake, and they are all well and truly lit.
Well, you can just breathe. Look at that. The players ecstatic. They had a game plan. The game plan is working to a T. Kaido, who looked like he was asking for the ball, they kicked it through, but he had an option whether to use him as a block play and then play on the edge, which they had plenty of space. So the options are endless. I think because he's the biggest one, I think he opted to get it.
16-0 at half-time. Another fantastic little kick through and a perfectly timed chase run there from Kaido.
Again, he's in the thick of things. He's coming up with the right options. You know, that kicking game, particularly throughout this match, has been just pivotal. You can't wrap them enough, can you?
No,
really.
Just trying to, we run out of words, haven't we, really? 42-0 in 49 minutes in a final.
Never seen it. I've never seen this.
Yeah. Well, make it 44 now, with Ngati converting the try. Yeah, it's pretty sweet to be a student at that school, Southern Cross campus today. No doubt about it. Might have time for one more play in this final. Well, a rare error. It's not going to matter.
Is it Talia?
And there it is. It's going to be Southern Cross campus. Second title in succession. And they win the National Secondary Schools Rugby League Championship. A truly stunning performance from this team and the school, and from the coach as well, Rod Ratu. 44-0 the final score against Kelston. 3 tries in the first half. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 tries in the second. 8 tries to 0.
3 from Swalga.
And 2 from Kaido as well. A whole bunch of others getting on the score sheet. An outstanding performance from this team. Going to go down and get some after-match reaction in just a second. But boy, the spoils are going to be sweet for that team today. Let's go down to Monty.
Well, for not only was it a back-to-back win in terms of being champions multiple years, but it was comprehensive. 44 points to 0. How does that make you feel?
No words can express what I'm feeling right now. Coming from Mangry, like we have nothing. We just worked hard. And I don't know. No words can express how I feel right now.
Obviously, a very well-coached side. Rod Ratu must take some credit because you guys have wonderful players across the park, but the way you played as a team, complementing each other, must make you feel good.
Yeah, yeah, he just always pushed us to our limits, and I'd like to thank him for that.
The support you had out there was very vocal. You want to say thank you to the crowd?
Yeah, show SEC. We Southside champions, baby.
Well, for you, got a big smile on your face, but maybe this medal here will make you feel even proud of your efforts today. You are our player of the match.
Thank you, man. Thanks. Wow, means heaps.
So do you think you can come back next year and make it 3 years in a row, Southern Cross champions of New Zealand?
Yeah, we're gonna go 3-peat. That's what I feel.
Before take that, congratulations, well done, mate. And we hope to see you one day doing some wonderful things.
Yeah, thanks, man. Thanks for the support.
For Schwalger!
Yeah, for Schwalger, 3 tries to him today. It's just a dream, isn't it, Richie? I mean, you're on TV, it's the national final. It's just everything came through for him today.
I like the fact that he said he came from nothing. I'm just going out there and working hard to get a result. I've got the result. It's aspirational.
Well, wonderful performances right across his team.
Whoa. That's what it's all about, isn't it?
Yeah, 3 tries to Schwalger, 2 to Cairo. The other try scorer is Mele. Fisi Talia. 4-2 got a try as well. And it was just a wonderful day.
Well balanced approach.
Yeah, just impressed with the halves. Let's not forget too, there were some standouts in that Kelston team as well. Particularly Johnny Almua, Falileo Maleo, number 9, who had a terrific game from dummy half. All right, let's head back down onto the field and get the official presentation underway. Stephen McIver.
Ladies and gentlemen, I think we have yet again seen the conclusion to another successful week here at the NZRL National Secondary Schools Championships. First of all, can you all put your hands together for both these teams, please? Kelston and also Southern Cross. Congratulations to all the officials, the referees and the New Zealand Rugby League, and you, the fans, and the schools, the 26 schools that turned out here, or 24 schools that turned out to once again show us what the great game of rugby league is all about. There has to be a winner and there has to be a runner-up. Johnny Aumua Falelua Malio is the skipper of Kelston boys. I know it's tough, buddy. So if you can just talk to me for a moment. Tough day up, but a successful year getting back into the main final.
Before I start, I want to thank my Heavenly Father for his continuing blessings throughout the week for both teams. Yeah, we knew it was going to be a tough game, and Southern Cross just came out wanting more than us. But, you know, they showed why they're the remaining national championship. Yep.
What have you guys learned from the week? I mean, you look like a very, very tight team.
We learned that rugby league is more than just a game, eh? It's about making new friends and brotherhood. Yeah.
Well said, mate. Congratulations on making the final. I know it's tough, but boy, you put on a show. You were back in the final. We'll see you next year.
Yeah, thank you. Shout out to all the supporters that came out from Kelston. To my boys, you know, keep your heads up, and congratulations on Southern Cross. Thank you.
Congratulations. All right, well, they have to be the champions. They've gone back-to-back. Samuel Nati is their skipper. Where is he, Samuel? Congratulations, mate. Dead-Eye Dick, we call you with your boot. I think you only missed one. You missed one. What was going on?
Just pretty nervous out there, eh? It's a big game.
Well, congratulations. Did you expect it to be literally so one-sided?
Oh, I don't know.
I can hold the mic.
Speechless. But I just want to give it up to Kelston for a good game. And
What was the difference this year? Tight final last year. This year, very tight, very well controlled.
I thought we just learned from last year. We'll come out here and play a strong game, better than last year. But
what do you boys learn from the week?
just, you know, we've learned brotherhood throughout the whole season, and yeah, just love them so hard. Eh?
All right, well, there's only one thing to do. Alex Hayton is the CEO of the New Zealand Rugby League. Ladies and gentlemen, your champions in 2017, back-to-back, it's Southern Cross. Southern Cross are back-to-back champions at the NZRL National Secondary School Championships in 2017 with a commanding performance against Kelston boys. Nothing better than getting it down to grassroots and seeing what this means to the schools and also their families. They are champions in 2017. Our thanks to all the 10 that have put together 2 hours of the great game of rugby league. The New Zealand Rugby League Premiership is not too far away, and don't forget, this is World Cup year. You'll see it all right here on the home of the great game, Sky Sport.